Okay, good afternoon everybody. Introduce my name Imade Wahyu Dwi Gunawan from class 4D Mathematics Education. On this occasion, I will explain related to the circle concept as an important lesson that we must learning in mathematics. In fact, you may see circle almost everywhere you turn. The circle is very important for all making. We can see this from everywhere, so as on plates, wall clock, wheels, and many things that we use in everyday life. But mathematically, what is a circle? Now in geometry, a circle defined as the set of points that are equidistant from another single point. It can also be defined as a closed curve consisting of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed center point. But of course, we usually don't see is a collection of points because there are an infinity number of them. So they form a continuous circle. Okay, now let's learn about the part that make up a circle. First of all, we have a starting point, center point. Next, we have the distance that we use to draw all the equidistant points that make up the circle. That distance is called the radius. Uh, in other words, we can say that the radius is the line connecting the center of the circle to any point on the circumference of the circles. Radius is important because it is distance from the center of a circle to any other point around the circle. Another important circle dimension is called the diameter. Diameter is the distance across the circle of it can be said to be a straight line then cross the circle. And faces through the circle center point. If you start at a point on the circle and then draw a straight line through the center to the other side, that distance is the diameter. As you can see, the diameter is really equal to the two radius line drawn in opposite direction. So for every circle, the diameter is always exactly twice the radius. Okay, next another part of the circle is the arc. Look at the AC, CB, and AB curve. This curve is called an arc. Based on that, we can define that an arc is a curved line that is part of the circumference of a circle. An arc of a circle is any part of the circumference of a circle. Remember that the circumference is the circumference of the distance around the circle. Therefore, we can say that the circumference of a circle is a full arc of the circle itself. Next, let's move on the chord. A chord is a line segment that connects two points on the circumference of a circle. This line AC and BC are examples of chord. Furthermore, it should be noted that the diameter is also long A chord of a circle passes through the center of the circle. Okay, let's move on to the line OD in this circle. This line is known as the apothegm. Apothegm is the perpendicular distance from the midpoint of the chord to the center of the circle. Now, look at the yellow area called segment. A segment is area bounded by an arc and a circular chord. There are two types of segment is in a circle, namely major segment and minor segment. The major segment has a wider area than the minor segment. Meanwhile, green area are now a sector. The sector shape look like a pizza cells. A sector of the circle is an area bounded by two radii and an arc of a circle. Arc sector has an angle between two spokes. Sector with angle of less than 180 degrees are called minor sector, and greater than 180 degrees are called major sector. If the central angle formed is 180 degrees, the two sectors will be a semicircle. Next, we have seen that all the equidistant points we have drawn combine to form the circumference of a circle. Remember that the perimeter is the distance along the shaft, but because the circle is a special shaft, the circumference of the circle is called the circumference. The circumference of a circle is the distance around the outside of the circle. Okay, the formula for finding the circumference is circumference equal P multiplication the diameter. And like most formulas, we use observation C for circumference and D for diameter. That's a pretty simple formula. This tells us that if we know the diameter of a circle, all we have to do is multiply it. The diameter multiplication P, and we get the circumference. But before we move on the other slides, we need to learn about the P. In mathematics, the word P refers to a very simple number. It is obtained from the circumference of a circle divided by its diameter. No matter which size circle you measure, the ratio of circumference to diameter will always equal 3.14. As one mathematician found it, P is part of the property of a circle. Its ratio are different. It is not a circle. Okay, next look at the area formula. The area of a circle is the area occupied by circle in two-dimensional plane. Alternatively, the space occupied inside the boundary or circumference of the circle is called the area of the circles. The formula for finding the area of a circle is area equals P multiplication the radius square. Again, we can use observation to make it shorter. A for area and R for radius. Now it is a pretty simple formula too. This tells us that if we know the radius, we just need to squaring it and multiplying by p to get the area. Okay guys, well that's all I can say. Finally, I say thank you.